Salutations, cosmonauts! Yeah, we're gonna continue on with our Vanguard stuff, following up our quest here, something about Tau Ceti. Yeah, Tau Ceti 2. And looks like we haven't been there. Alright, it's just this way. Is this still west, even though we're in space? And of course I want to scan this planet. This is a new world. Alright, so, production center. It's a rainy day in Tau Ceti. So guys, I would like some feedback. Is there anything you'd like me to do more of, or is there anything you would like to see me do less of? And is there anything I'm doing that's particularly annoying that I should be aware about? I don't know, feeling a little self-conscious. But anyways, I would appreciate any feedback. That's a pretty cool looking ship. I love the Deus aerospace stuff. Pretty cool. So this is our outpost. Oh no, this does not look good. Claw marks. Oh man. What do you think happened here? The Terror Claws, right? Is that what they're called? That's what it's making me think of with the claw marks on the ground. I'm not getting a path to follow. Alright, maybe we can find something in this computer. Common quarters. Oh yeah, new mod, dark mode. Vision statement. Since the dawn of a Gregarian revolution 10,000 years ago, humanity has been trying to speed up the process of growing food and getting it onto plates. But that's always come at the cost of quality and led to horrific practices like industrial farming, which leads to corners cut and ultimately a worse product. And we've all just accepted it. We live in a freeze-dried age, but we don't have to. Tau Gourmet is going to change that. Okay, it's like a vision statement. Okay, the plan. Standing in the middle of unfinished masterpiece here. The U.S. military came in, put down some incredible machinery that they then barely used, and promptly left it to rot the moment the war ended. Now, 20 years later, we're here with an incredible opportunity. Updating this place is going to take some serious work. We're all going to be pulling double, triple, quadruple duty around here. So, if you're going to go going through a tough moment, please remember, everyone else probably is too. It also means that if you're in a place where you can lighten someone else's mood load, please do. Equally important are scheduled breaks. These are built into your workload. So if you're on a break hour, day, or week, you better sit your ass down and breathe. Take in the scenery. Think about something that's not work. If you got a long spell, go back to New Atlantis and blow off some steam. Good ideas come from expected places. Shouldn't that be unexpected places? And remaking how food works in cell systems is going to take a lot of good ideas. Also of critical importance, survival training is not optional, it's just on this planet. While the UC is where we're out here, every one of us needs to know how to survive out here on... Wait a minute, I think I remember Tau Ceti. I don't think you saw me go there. It was when I was scouting out planets for my outpost, and I came here, and there was some UC ships orbiting this planet that warned me off, saying it was dangerous, that I shouldn't come here. Yeah. Alright, the chores list. These are the chores, laundries and composting and trash incineration. Getting a taste of day-to-day life here. The culture, I guess. Okay. Let's settle what's going on here first. Looks like we're going down there. And then I'll just do the looting then. Oh man. This is not good. Keep hearing the computer opening and I'm thinking it's like a camera or something. Okay, that's our way down. Okay, that didn't work like I thought it would. Wow, it's not letting me grapple up there. That's weird. There's an upper floor. Well, he looks like he died somewhat peacefully, even though bloody. Oh, they had like a break room up here. This is their bunks. Okay. Investigate the scream? That was a scream? It sounded like a ship landing. What the hell? Even the ships got busted up, man. This is starting to get a little creepy. Dark and stormy night. Blood and carnage and corpses.
Either I got hit harder than I thought, or you've got some incredible timing. Regardless, I think it knows you're here. I'll unlock the door. Second floor, main building. But be
So should I sneak then? I'm not sneaking. So this is food production facility. I've seen no lost Sarah. Alright, before I look around, I want to talk to her. Already, this is a cool mission. Put my gun away. Hey, Hadrian, hey.
So what do we got here? Too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on patrol, maybe? It'd make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll.
Well, if they gave me a uniform, it would help. Why would I lie to her? Actually, well, are you okay, first of all?
Oh, I've been better. But I think bleeding out is at least off the table. What I really need, though, is someone who knows their way around a weapon. So, if you wanted to tell me, I'm heavy infantry and I've come to bring you the gift of ordnance, I wouldn't mind in the least.
Not heavy infantry, but I do have weapons. Actually, the Vanguard sent me, though they failed to mention how bad things were.
Vanguard, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I was a researcher with the UC. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in. What's left of the settlers? The work of Oxysio Machina. A terramorph. One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one.
Oh, crap. A terramorph, what's that?
Among apex predators, they're the pinnacle. Resilient, agile, smart. And their mental prowess only increases with age. Some can even dominate the minds of weaker species, keeping them as pets, livestock, or toys. They're creatures without peer.
Saying they treat their pets like toys, that has some very sinister connotations. What kind of anomaly are we talking about here?
Terramorphs have a unique growth cycle. They're usually only found on worlds that have been long colonized by humanity. But Tao said he's too young to have one. Yet here it is. I came looking for an explanation and found all this.
Man, wait, are all the settlers dead then?
I managed to scope out a fair bit of the facility before it found me. If there are any survivors of the attack, they're long gone.
Damn, well, sounds like you could use some help.
I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need a tissue sample from it. And to get that, I need its corpse. But there is a way we can give ourselves an edge against this thing. The plant's security system. The admin terminal's here in this building, but it needs its connection reset. And as I found out, that's not a one-person job. But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. See if the settlers left us any other tools.
Of course she's not coming with you, Boda. She's injured. Where can I find a security outpost?
It's the building in the middle of the facility. The terminal in there should allow you to grant me access to the system as a whole. Then we can see about getting things back online.
Okay, what can you tell me about the security system?
The settlers outfitted most of the buildings with turrets at some point. Not sure how many are still operable, but at least a few appeared to be in fighting shape. There were also some sensors scattered around the facility that I didn't recognize. But those are honestly all just educated guesses until we get the connection reset.
She has very interesting eyes. Okay. Alright. Let's get that security system back online.
Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things underway on my end. Take care of yourself out there. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
I want a terramorph steak. Alright, we gotta restore it, so we're heading back this way. What the hell happened here, man? Why do I have 2 quest markers? Askanic? What? Why is that even highlighted? Alright, I'll search the facility after I complete this mission. I'm gonna try to keep my looting sessions segmented so as not to slow down the gameplay. Let's have our guns out, huh? I did encounter one Terramorph on another planet before, and that guy was really hard. I was level 12 at the time, and it was like level 50. The only way I killed it was by, like, just kiting it around, man. I don't think it was as fast as some of these other aliens. That is a bright light, man. Guess they're doing their job. Son of a bitch. Okay, now it's telling me to go down, so it's probably, yeah, stairs. Maybe I don't want this door open. Saw some loot. Alright, multiple warnings received. Please select the notch from below. Security connection status. Warning. Everything's lost. Reset it. Reset it. Alright, cool. Tracking systems. It says they're offline. Proceed to control room. Alright, that's what she's got to do. Security logs. Equipment dropped today. Additional materials for livestock tracking system. I wonder if they were turning like terramorphs into food or something. A couple predators came over the ridge last night. Maria was up, so she took a couple of shots at them, drove them off. But there's more than one. Those turrets can't get here soon enough. Got the turrets delivered at long last. Once those are installed, no one needs to night watch anymore. Our lives are about to get a whole lot better. Took multiple days on ladders, but the turrets are hooked up and ready to go. Goodbye, night shift. I may have been hasty. Turned the things on for the first time last night and blew out the grid. Rewiring starts today. Okay, a couple more tests of the system, and I think we're finally ready for prime time. All the automation they're trying to build into this place draws a lot more power than we initially planned for. Some technical materials and more excitedly, feed dropped off today. Finally getting perishables at long last. Seems like this might truly be happening. Just when things were looking up.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire.
Oh crap.
Hello. Wish I'd found this earlier. Those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the terramorph is. But it's not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5.
It's right here. I wonder what kind of livestock they have here. I want to see them. Alright, system status. Turn on the tracking system. Good. Tracker frequency turn... Okay, she said 183.5, right? Oh god. I hope it's in my quest log because I don't remember. Okay, 183.5. Target detected, connecting playback to user. Alright, here's another log tracking system. Okay, I think we're finally ready to give this a real test. The frequency needs to be calibrated to the size of the stock though, so we'll need to get some general measurements of the creatures once they arrive. But if this works, if could mean a new era in open range farming. We'll be able to function without fences, true free range. We're gonna make so much damn money. Everyone's finally got their hearing back, so I think we can code for test number 2. Okay. Initial hopes of range and distance might have been a bit ambitious, but we've at least got the fundamentals down. Turn on system, have the signal beam directly into your personal radio, letting you know the location of nearby critters. Next up, improving how many animals we could track at once and how far we can track them.
Tracker's reading green. What's that sound?
Security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move.
There it is. Oh crap. Okay, that's the livestock, I guess.
I wouldn't engage directly if you could avoid it. The kill lanes. They're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once Once they're online, lead the Terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Vanguard.
Wow, this is really scary. Alright, 1, 2, 3. I'm detected. What's detecting me? Just keep moving. Don't stop moving. Okay, beeping's slowing down. I'm glad I got at least 1 point in the sneak, man.
System rearm. Fail. Additional power required.
Son of a bitch. This is creepy. Distance target 39 meters. Or does it slow down when it's getting closer? That's counterintuitive. Alright, we're getting prompts every now and then. Alright, we're getting further away from it. Oh god. Oh god. I'm out in the open. We gotta go up top. I'm gonna try to jump for it. What the hell, Boda? Jump! Grab it! Son of a bitch. Yeah, anybody getting alien vibes? Okay, it's going further away. Alright.
Online.
Okay, looks like that's on the rooftop as well. I can cross right there. I wonder if we're gonna get another glimpse of it. I better save. Wow, this is exciting, man. It's over there. Alright, I'm gonna go for this one. And I'm gonna take the long way around. I don't care. I'm scared. Alright, 74 meters. Am I far enough to stand up? I'm not standing up. I don't give a damn. I don't care if it's like 200 meters away. I'm crouching. These things are terrifying. Alright, so we'll hit this one. And then slowly make our way over here. On the rooftop. Maybe that'll make a difference. Oh, this doesn't go all the way over here. I'm gonna have to get back on the ground. Wait a minute. Maybe I could jump from here to up there. I could make it. I could do this. Of course I could do this. Have confidence in yourself. Is it getting closer? It's getting closer. Oh, crap. Come on, give me another readout. It's 53 meters away. Crap. Alright, I'm gonna stay here for a second. 47, still getting closer. Alright, still 43 meters. Maybe it's running parallel of us. 37, oh crap, it's practically on top of us. Oh god, 29 meters. 21 meters, oh shoot. I'm afraid to move. 19 meters, it's below us. It's got to be on this path here. Alright, it's starting to go farther away now. 35 meters, okay, I'm gonna start proceeding slowly. 44 meters, okay. Can I make this jump? If I jump from up there, maybe. Can I see it? Oh, we need to get over here anyway. Would I feel better if I could see it? I don't even have to jump. I'm not gonna jump. I'm just gonna walk, crawl, go over and prompt. It just screamed, but I guess... Okay, so I'm slightly detected. Oh, there's guns firing. I wonder what Sarah wants to talk to me about. That's weird. 67 meters, okay.
Additional power input required.
Son of a bitch! Ah! Is it up there? Oh, man. 78 meters. There's gunfire going off everywhere. There's gotta be more. Yeah. Is there more than one? Is that gunfire or is it just the laser, the way how it's refracting off the rain? Sarah's up there. No, that's definitely gunfire. Terramorph's down to... It's only level 20... Oh god, it's on the roof! Caution!
Activated. Stand clear.
I think it sees me. Just run. Oh god, oh god.
Additional power required.
Ah, god! No! Run! Just run. Thank god for boost packs. Now's not time! Just climb the bloody thing! Damn it, Boda! I think it's on me. I think it's on me. You're not so tough. You're not so tough. Oh, I think I won. All my other quest markers went away. What the hell, man? I was only level 24. Okay. That was kind of anticlimactic after all that. I was scared for nothing. Guess I could put my gun... Nah, let's not put my gun away. You never know. You never know. Whew, I got it.
Tracker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or... Wait.
You did it, didn't you? Heavens above! You just flatlined a Terramorph!
I totally did. Yep, all taken care of. I believe the words you're looking for are, thank you for saving my ass.
I'm not too proud. Thank you for saving my ass.
I like her.
You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you?
I got all the tissues you want. Can you really learn much from the sample?
A lot of life gets recorded in our cells. Like, for example, if this Terramorph's cells have certain radiation or chemical exposures, it could point to it having been transported on a ship. Then, we could start getting some answers about this thing. So, did you manage to nab one?
I was feeling peckish. I ate it. What's that sample? You think the nice lady should pay? No. Here you go.
All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
This is very cool. This mission feels so different compared to the rest. Am I waiting on you? Yeah. So there is a mod that would match my walking speed with hers, but I read in the comments that for some people it broke like a quest, probably an escort mission or something. Why isn't it just built into the game? Why can't I just match her pace? I mean, this is ridiculous. Oh, I guess this is better than the stutter stopping that I normally do when I'm following these guys. Just let her get ahead of me and I'll just catch up. It's probably better for scripting anyway.
Older model. Okay, let's see what you can do. Running basic diagnostics. Nothing. Maybe a flag scan? No. Spectrograph. Damn.
So what's going on?
This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of our sample. But this Terramorph being here, of all places, it doesn't make sense. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, livestock, pests. But Terramorphs, they're different. To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow, they follow us. So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, Terramorphs tend to just appear. No one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Talseti, though, it's too young to have a native population.
It's only been colonized 20 years? But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? That seems awfully implausible. Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth, the results of which could be catastrophic. Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one.
I like her voice. What could be even scarier if it's like a werewolf type situation, like terramorphs are like former humans. Okay, how does no one know how terramorphs get onto human worlds? Aren't they kind of hard to miss?
Well, they're not exactly buying tickets and flying coach. The theory is that they're spread by some kind of egg or seed that's able to evade our detection. But how the hell an undetectable egg turns into a terramorph without anyone noticing is a question no one's ever found an answer to. And it's why what's happened here could be real bad news for the rest of human civilization.
Yeah, terramorphs have taken down other colonies, huh?
They have. They even took down an entire city once. A place called Londinian had to be quarantined due to a massive outbreak during the Colony War. It's the only known loss of that scale, but it's the reason why any change in our relationship with these creatures needs to be taken very seriously.
Yeah, sounds like we need to do something quick.
You're right. We just need more information first. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of terramorph research in the galaxy. Seems a natural place to start looking, if I can figure how to access it. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed, get confirmation on just how concerned we should be. Luckily, I think I know just the person to help with the sample. What would you say to delivering this to him for me? I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. See if I can't get access to that terramorph data. Plus, maybe just pop by a hospital for a little bit.
Yeah, you should do that
Clear it
first.
with your commander first if you have to. You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sanan is worried there could be more attacks on the horizon. They should recognize the name.
You would think that this would be everyone's top priority, that she wouldn't have to call favors for this. Why would my commander know who you are? Are you with the UC military too?
I was. Long time ago. Family tradition. But I know some of the folks from my old unit moved into the Vanguard. A couple even owe me favors. If I'm lucky, your commander is one of them.
Okay, don't worry, I'll make sure my commander agrees.
Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is. I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample analysis for this thing. Full workup. He'll know what that means. I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I heard he was contracting with the Trade Authority on Mars. There's a place called the Sixth Circle in Sidonia. A bar run by some old friends. I'll meet you and Percival there. And here. It's not exactly a bounty, but you certainly deserve them. Should cover the cost to fuel to Mars, at least. Now please, go check in with your commander. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Wow, someone actually gave me gas money for once. Alright, but I have a huge complex to search and loot, so I'm gonna do that. So I found this epic pistol, Crippling Suppress Calibrated Regulator, Disassembler, 20% damage against robots, crippling, deals 30% damage on next attack after hitting a target's limbs. It's got a reflexor sight, it's got a suppressor, and armor-piercing rounds. That could be a good sniping pistol here. Yeah, a lot of master and expert locks, dudes. I found an epic space helmet, antiseptic, refined, deep secret space helmet, high airborne, high corrosive, chameleon, a helmet that has chameleon on it. So I have 2 pieces of armor that grant chameleon. I have a full stealth suit, blend with the environment while sneaking and not moving. Yeah, that's a good helmet to have for environmental as well as stealth. Yeah, finding a lot of loose credits too. The atmosphere with this rain and the thunder, man, it's very peaceful and unnerving at the same time. Alright, got a computer terminal here. It's basically the same stuff that we saw before. That is one ugly alien creature, man, but look at the detail in the textures. That looks really cool. Looks like it has kind of like an exoskeleton kind of thing. Yeah, look at this. Its guts are like seeping through what looks like kind of like bones. Man, that is one creepy monster. I guess this is the livestock that they do here? Really cool detail. It looks like a dinosaur, man. An Ankylosaurus. It even has a dinosaur name. Maybe it's like an ankle-biting dinosaur. Okay, I'm done searching everything in this lower area. I'm gonna head up top now. So these terramorphs somehow took down these ships? Maybe it got on board and attacked a pilot and caused like a crash or something. Yeah, going over this settlement gave me some ideas for when I finally decide to build my own main base. And I found a magazine. Thank God for this green outline. New Atlantean 01 permanently grants the recipe for the deep food item. Okay, cool. I found a refined coachman, so if I mod this, it's gonna be better than a shotgun I have. I love shotguns. Alright, we're pretty much done here. I want to see if I can board this ship. That could be pretty cool. What if this is like a free ship? It'll make up for the fact that it is my own ship here. Nah, I can't. I can't load on here. Alright. Sarah wants to talk to me, so let's get back aboard on ship and see what she has on, what's on her mind. What is up, Sarah?
I always enjoy these moments.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friendly ear right about now. I received a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about.
You guys like the hat? If it's an emergency of kind, we can head there right now.
No, it's nothing like that. It's just a list of requests. Things I would normally handle if I was there. But I'm not. I'm out here instead with you.
I wonder if she's still mad. You feel like you're ignoring your responsibilities? Are you upset that I'm keeping you away from the lodge?
You're not keeping me out here. I am. Just... Here. Let me explain.
Please do.
Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department.
Okay. What exactly was the Navigator Corps?
It was a branch of the United Colonies Navy, a small fleet of ships outfitted for galactic exploration. Basically, a military version of Constellation.
What does this have to do with the message from the lodge?
If you want to help, I feel like I need to give you some background. Just bear with me.
I wonder if this is leading into her quest already. Yeah, it must have been painful considering that was your department.
Yeah, I suppose painful is an appropriate way to put it. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending, and money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge, so the blame obviously fell on my shoulders.
Which war are you talking about?
Seriously? The Colony War, of course. You know, that little incident that caused the death of thousands of decent men and women as they squabbled over border disputes. That war.
There's so many wars, I get confused. Well, you were clearly fighting some impossible odds.
Yeah?
I don't know.
You once told me that you favored the journey over the destination. So I'm hoping you'll understand what I'm trying to say. I failed because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil. Because of my lack of foresight, all I ended up with was a shattered division and a bunch of excuses.
So your division never had a single significant discovery?
That depends on your definition of significant. Discover a rare neutron star, and no one cares. But slap a picture of a kooky alien life form on SSNN, and suddenly you're a goddamn rock star.
Aliens
It's
are
all
cool.
about the propaganda. What gets the people excited. That's what the United Colonies was focused on at the time.
Well, nonsense. No one would have pushed harder than you.
That's just it, though. Did I push too hard? Did they shut us down because I wasn't quietly sitting at my desk approving meaningless memos? We'll never know.
So this message, you're taking it as a sign of things to come, hmm?
Yes, maybe. Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism. It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare. It elevates me to these positions of authority, but all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure all the accounts are balanced.
So you're afraid that your absence will cause Constellation to collapse.
Yes, exactly. If it's obvious to you, imagine how obvious it is to someone like Barrett or Mateo. Oh, they must be itching to replace me by now. God damn it.
Well, to be fair, you've been mostly sitting on my ship. You could go back, I guess. Hey, don't worry, Sarah. We'll figure this out together.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Oh, here you are trying to help me and I'm yelling at you. You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn.
Well, if I flirt, will Andrade get upset? I'm gonna flirt with her, see what happens.
Look, it's clear that you have feelings for me. It's just... I've never had time for this sort of thing in my life. Please, it's not you. It's me. I'm just not ready to get that close. I can't. Not now. But thank you for being there and listening. It helped. It really did.
Yeah, but, I'm sorry?
Hello, excellent to see you. And just what is on your mind at this moment?
How are you feeling about our relationship?
I trust you completely. I have not been able to say that about anyone. It means a great deal to me.
Okay. Okay, I just like to hear it every once in a while, just making sure.
Then I shall be sure to say it more often.
The timing of her just standing there was
Until
hilarious.
next time.
Alright, I'm gonna unload my junk and then we're gonna head out. Yeah, the shotgun I just looted, it doesn't have all the mods that this one has, but its damage is way higher, man. But those mods I could eventually add myself, so yeah, this is the way to go. And this gun is also an upgrade for compared to the gun I had as well. Yeah, you can't trust the color tagging, man. Just because it says like it's legendary doesn't mean it's better. Like this gun is even better than my kill hauler, man. That's crazy. Yeah, that's one of the things I want to do in my main outpost. I want to create a trophy room where I could display all these cool weapons. I don't want to sell them or get rid of them. Okay, and then I found this Mutineer. 219 damage compared to my new best handgun. It doesn't have a suppressor on it though, so I'll keep both of them on me. And I'm always going to keep my chameleon suits on me, just in case. Wow, I actually hit the capacity of my ship. I'm going to have to move forward with my plans of building my next ship. But that's okay, I like building ships. Alright, we have to talk to the big man on New Atlantis. Okay, so far, the VC Vanguard quest line has started off with a bang. So if this guy's in command, why is he at the front desk?
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready.
Well, that would be cool. I need your permission to deliver a terramorph tissue sample to Mars.
A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers?
Alright, things didn't go as advertised. Only one alive was a researcher who gave me a sample and a gene tag.
A gene tag? Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name. Let me check the database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as... co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division.
Whoa.
Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens.
Huh, what if she's behind it all? And she's doing research or something, I don't know. What the heck is a Xeno warfare?
In the run-up to the Colony War, the UC started a program with a singular goal. Find the deadliest, most terrifying aliens in the galaxy, and have them fight on the side of the UC. Never saw any of the deployments myself, but the program was clearly enough of a success that when the war came to an end 20 years ago, both sides agreed to have the practice banned. At which point, I presume, this tribunal decided to cut Sinan loose.
Wow, that's crazy history with it. Wait, can we even be helping this woman? Yeah, that's a good question, Boda.
Notation says that Sinan already faced punishment for her actions during the war. Dismissal from the UC military. And her sending you to me first makes me think she's actually trying to do this above board.
Okay, I could agree with that.
Considering her history, reaching out to the UC probably wasn't the easiest decision. Which means that must be a pretty important sample.
Person in a position of leadership that actually has a head on his shoulders, man. Yeah, Xeno warfare doesn't sound good.
I'm sure she doesn't list it at the top of her resume. But considering her service record and her area of expertise, I'm not seeing a reason to think this request is anything other than genuine.
Yeah, I agree.
Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special?
She's afraid there could be more attacks like the one that wiped out the people of Tau Ceti.
She thinks there could be more of these? Well, this is one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. But if Hadrian Sinan thinks this sample needs to get to Mars, then we're gonna make sure it gets to Mars. I'll take care of the clearances and ensure you get your credits. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, if there wasn't anything else, I suggest you move out.
Damn, first on the job and I'm already an officer. I'm a captain. All right. And yeah, you know what I'm gonna do. Hey there, buddy old pal.
You should inspect your ship for heat.
Okay, I have access to these missiles now. Hopefully they all say Vanguard in the title, or else I'm gonna have trouble finding what was added. But these do 34 damage to the hull, 31 to shield. Missiles are always good about that. Okay, Vanguard Obliterator Auto Projector. I think this is the one that everyone was talking about. It does 11 hull and shield damage, shoots really fast, and the max power is only 2, which means you could put 6 of these on your ship, man. Yeah, I can see why people are excited about that. But wow, they're 13,000 apiece, so it's not cheap. Here's the Vanguard Hell Cannon, Auto Cannon. 18 hull, 5 shield. Also max power of 2. Damn, very efficient weapons. And they have a particle cannon. 18 hull, 18 shield, 3 max, 4 fire rate. That's pretty fast. And a new shield, Vanguard Bulwark Shield Generator. Whoa, look at that max health, 1450. It's class B. Yeah, my next ship is gonna be it's gonna be pretty crazy, man. Oh, no new reactors though, man. That's too bad, man. Am I crazy, or are there a whole bunch more engines here? This seems like a lot more. Wow, yeah. These engines are pretty badass too. Looks like rank 2 of Starship design is actually really cheap to do. Install 5 unique ship modules. I've already done 2. I could probably do that in single session if I had all the perk points. Just keep swapping parts out and stuff. As long as you have enough money and use cheap enough parts, that'd be really easy to power level. We're gonna go see our buddy Percival in Cydonia.
Ugh, Cydonia. Check your suit seals. Martian dust gets everywhere.
At least it's pretty. It's red.
Was a clever way of keeping the city shielded.
There's the jolly old oh, we're not talking to him.
Just ask.
Someone over here?
Well, well, look what the Martian winds blew in.
Oh yeah, we talked to her before. Did I never realize there was a guy back here? Alright, let's talk to Oktai and Bayar.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
I'm still salty they didn't give me a Vanguard uniform, man. I'm a captain, and I don't even have officer dress. Alright, Captain Boat of Vanguard, and Percival Walker's help investigating a troubling discovery.
Do you now? Well, I do wish I could help you, Captain, but Dr. Walker has been missing for some time.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline.
Did you go to North Korea?
I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best.
Well, I could track him down for sure. Yeah, you don't sound particularly interested in finding him. Yeah, what sort of discipline issues are we talking about here?
Dr. Walker decided to start brewing and selling his own pharmaceuticals.
I see.
To our customers, below cost. Something his contract expressly forbade. As such, we requested our cut of the profits and began garnishing his salary. Perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits. It was around then that he ran off, abandoning his duty and his unpaid accounts.
You know what? I don't blame him. Sounds like he was helping out the people here. I mean, these people are barely scraping by. So, yeah, I kind of know why the miners hit him, but let's ask anyway.
They were all devils. Red devils.
Oh.
A UC Marine unit based here on Mars, though they were disbanded shortly after the Colony War. I presume a number of them served alongside Dr. Walker. Bonds forged in battle and all that.
You don't sound particularly interested in finding him.
That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the Trade Authority would be most grateful for it.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority. Is it absolutely necessary that we have to help them?
No, it's not. I'll see what I could do. Just tell me where he was last seen. How much does he owe?
Why? Feeling charitable?
No.
I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial.
Interest on top of that.
So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. Yeah, I'm not your bill collector, man. I just need to know how to find him.
I couldn't have put that better myself.
Pity.
Perhaps a little advance on my part might pique your interest. Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows where Percival is, you'll find them there.
If there ever was a face that was born to be punched, we found it. Alright, the Sixth Circle. Yeah, former veterans becoming miners. Did you know that like a lot of the biker gangs like the Hells Angels and all that, they're all former veterans? I think they're like, it started off with like Vietnam veterans. Yeah, we're on the mining floor. You know, I don't think I've actually been in here, so this is good. Maybe we'll find like potential.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for Devil's vets and their kin.
Easy now, I'm Vanguard. Heard you might know where Percival Walker is. Adrian Sannon sent me. I'm looking for a man named Walker. And what if I like drinking around morons? Then can I drink here? I'm so tempted to say this. I'm gonna say this.
The hell you just say to me? I gotta...
Ooh, tough guy.
Andy, sit down.
They all have red eyes.
You. Don't appreciate some stray wandering into my bar, harassing my patrons. Even the ones I should have cut off 2 drinks ago. Now spit out what you want, or march.
Okay, I could talk to him still. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to do that. Alright, Hadrian Sannon sent me. I'm looking for a man named Walker. So, I'm betting that all the vets have these eyes. That's really interesting. That's a nice little detail.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Hey, enough. And you, Let's talk.
Alright, so let's talk. Let's talk story.
Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker?
I doubt this is top secret. I wouldn't keep it secret even if it was top secret. I'm on official Vanguard business. I'm making a delivery for this person. Look, I even have proof. Terramorphs might be threatening the galaxy. I need Percival's help to stop them. He's gonna think I'm joking.
What? Someone give him the keys to a battle cruiser? Look, you can make up whatever crazy story you want, but you should forget about Percival.
Alright, I'm gonna let Sarah intervene.
You can spare us the performative stonewalling. We simply need a moment of his time, and you needn't hear from us ever again.
And you're someone I should trust, huh? Why?
I'm UC military. Retired. Can give you my gene tag code too if you'd like.
Not necessary. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason.
Yeah, he's ducking out on debt.
His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend.
Sounds good to me, man. So you and Percival were both Red Devils. Can you tell me about them?
Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC xeno-weapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils, and didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with xeno-weapons got shelved. Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory.
This is so cool, man. So much lore in this game. You worked with xeno weapons. Do they spit acid?
Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it, before or since. Monsters from the darkest corners of the Black, rampaging across the battlefield. And understand why they banned them. Brutal. Armistice hurt us more than most, but... wow. Wasn't all bad that came out of that agreement.
I kind of want one of my own. Okay, how would you suggest I go... yeah, how would I go about clearing his name? Maybe I could hack a computer or something?
Well, the most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct. If you've got credits to throw away.
Nope.
Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom.
Now we're talking.
If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
And, one soldier to another. Sidonia's full of old utility tunnels and crawl spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear.
Oh, this is so cool.
Ooh, and you might need these.
This is so cool. Did you pick? All right. I'll see if I can get rid of that debt.
And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Oh, this just keeps getting better and better. And Sarah, you're gonna chill here.
All right, but be careful.
And before I head up... oh, I can talk to bar patrons here too. I'll do that. But I want to search this place as well. Alright, didn't find anything useful. Let's talk to the bar patron. Cambridge. See, that kind of looks like it could be UC uniform in a way. Well, maybe not.
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker?
Doesn't sound like I've got another option. Why, do you know where I can find him?
Oh, no. I mean, I've got my suspicions, but look, you're planning to help Percival, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Oh, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E.
Aw, man.
Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his trade authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable.
I like profits.
Give our research over to Octai at the trade authority. It should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle.
This sounds like an easy way out. I don't want to do the easy stuff. Projects, were you guys making chems or something?
No. Well, yes, but the medical kind. I'd help him make whatever the city was running low on that month, and we'd sell it to the miners for cheap. But the trade authority got wind and wanted their cut. And then some.
See, by hacking this computer, I'd be screwing over the trade authority, and I find that very appealing. But anyways, what is this stuff?
It's mostly iron and about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to tell you all the trace elements and whatnot. But it builds up around human settlements, and something about the Martian soil changes it, makes it into something new. And we think we found a use for it.
What kind of uses? I'm curious now. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really. Couldn't work in the mines anymore, so he gave me a job helping with some of his side projects.
Oh, that's cool.
Knows experiments inside and out, and I know this one was gonna be big.
And you want to give it to the trade authority? Well, I presume there's a reason you haven't handed it over already. That's a very good point, Boda.
Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh dear. I believe I see where this is leading.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the trade authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore.
Damn, he makes a good point. We'd be helping out a bunch of people too. But the trade authority still profits, and that does sound more interesting than like a stealth mission, which I've been doing a lot of. What happened to the jobs on Mars?
Biggest employer on Mars has always been Demo Star Yards. After the Colony War, armistice meant they needed a lot fewer warships. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of folks scrounging for work around here.
We know what spacers are, but I'm still gonna ask.
A bunch of parasites and cutthroats. They're folks from the fringes of space, willing to put down anyone who tries to move in on what they've decided is theirs, even when it ain't. Strange this group would pick Mars as a new home. Sure, we're not downtown New Atlantis, but there are places where they'd be bothered less than here. My guess is the authority tipped them off when they heard we were working down there, and cut off what they thought was the competition, you know?
Yeah. Awful lot of work to avoid buying a pillow, but sure, I'll help. Fine, just tell me where this mine is.
Oh, yeah. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
Alright. That is also the most interesting option, and I don't have to leave her behind. Let's get going.
Alright, let's go.
Okay. That's cool. You have 3 options in this mission. The explosion's still going off. And a spacer leader sounds like he'd be an elite mob, which means that we had a chance of dropping legendary loot, and I like loot. I recently learned through a tips video on YouTube that if you were to assign your jump button with an alt button, it makes it so that you do this. It pushes you forward and moves faster. But you can do the exact same thing if you're sprinting and just do regular boost. Same kind of movement, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's head out. I already 100%ed Mars. I love watching ships take off. Safe journeys, my friend! How far is this? About 800 meters. Looks like it's sitting on top of that plateau out there. Not a problem. And with low Mars gravity, I could just probably boost the whole way there, man. This is so fun. Okay, not all the way there, but halfway there. Haha, pretty cool. Multiple ships landing. Alright, I'm gonna come up on this ridge over here. See if I gotta get a few stealth shots off before they start swarming me. Okay, so I got a little cover for this ridge here. Alright, let's see if we can get a bird's eye view on the situation that we're coming on. Yeah, we got a pretty good strategic location. At least for the ones outside. So how big do you figure this complex is going to be? So this is an entrance to a mine, so are we gonna have to go delving very deep? You know, there might not be anyone outside. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone out here. Oh, yeah, there is someone. Am I far enough away, or should I put on my stealth suit? And Sarah has 0 stealth capabilities, so I'm not going to be able to get much stealthing done, but I kind of don't want to do too much stealth anyway. Okay. That guy, I'm jumping for no reason. Okay. Alright, this is good. Alright, that's stealth. Too bad I don't have a point to spend in... Oh, that's Sarah's laser sight. I was getting worried. Where's the other one? I know there's at least one more. I think a really good approach would be to see if I can get on this rooftop without being seen. Oh, this guy right... He sees me. Whoa! Got like a rocket launcher. He is tanky. Fairly high level. Took cover, he's inside. Oh, there's one over... No, that's Sarah. Okay. Test out my new shotgun. Boom! Shot him in the head. I'm level 26. How you like me now? Damn, one shot killed him.
Whoa, where did they go?
The shotgun's completely unmodded. I think they're all inside. Nah, there's one over here. Whoa! Let's try this handgun. Oh yeah, that handgun's good. Yeah, this is the same model as the kill hauler, but much more damage. Damn, I'm like one-tapping these fools. One guy behind me. Yeah, up here is a good spot for us. Okay, he's in the building. What are you, shooting at the roof?
Big mistake.
He's okay. Another floor. Oh, he's elite. Whoa, crap. He's got a... No, that's that big guy again. Oh, this shotgun packs a punch! Alright. Oh, Sarah came down. Cool. Alright, before I head into the mine, I'm gonna check this area for loot, especially this guy. Nah. Not any legendaries this time, but sturdy. 15% less damage incoming from melee damage. Melee? That's kind of useless, but the overall stats are pretty good. I don't like how it looks, though. No mods, no reason for me to keep it. A box full of ammo, that looks kind of cool. Almost as fun as looting creds. Okay, I didn't find anything good on the outside. Alright, let's head into the mine. Let's turn off this flashlight. Okay, what am I seeing here? Okay, I'm assuming it's going to lead to an elevator or just a long series of steps. And for some reason this is making me think of Doom.
These access stairs lead deeper into the mines. I hope we remember the way back to the surface.
Well, it's been a pretty linear tunnel so far. So like lights flashing. Okay. Let's see if I can get at least one shot off. Oh, this isn't my stealth one. Here we go. Boom! Free shot. Although this is kind of pointless because I'm not working on my next skill point in sneak. Alright, no sneaking. Let's go. Pull out the shotgun. Whoa, grenade! It got me. Alright, it's time to pull out the big boy. Boom! Combat is fun. I hear you. He's right there. He's dead. We got him. There's another one up top. Dead. You become a good shot there, Boda. I'm proud of you, man. There's one above me, I think. Grenade. Easily evaded. I don't like... Whoa, he was in my blind spot. Not really my blind spot. I don't like the idea of this guy being behind me. Woo, he was ready for me. But I got reflexes of a cat. That guy's a pretty good shot. Woo! Gotcha, bitch. Stick your head up. Thank you. Ah, too high. And you're dead. You're dead. I think we just got one more. Alright, I'm gonna loot all this stuff on my way out. Oh, I'll show you everything I got. Oh, there's more. You know, I need to remember to equip my grenades, goddammit. I got a lot of frags. Where you at? Where you guys at? I don't want to just jump down because there's a lot of them. I'd hate to land in a hornet's nest. Okay, got some cover right here. Throw a grenade. Cross to the other side. Come around this way, see if I can flank them. Alright, pull out my, my Raven, whatever this thing is called. I see us. Didn't expect me to come from this way, did you? Stick your head up. Is he dead?
Too damn close.
Got him from behind. Woo!
Give me some cover.
Guns, 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 guns! He's dead, Jim.
Oh, you're going down.
I see you. Grenade. Kablooey. Yeah! He survives! These guys are using grenades more often. Oh, I got a really good position, man. Got a really good angle on these guys. Gotcha! Woo! I think I accidentally shot Sarah. Did we win? We won! Unless it just keeps going further. I'm gonna have a lot to search. I love it. I love loot. So as the series goes on, I'm editing more and more out of my looting sessions because I know it could be tedious to watch. But if you would like to see me include a bit more of my looting, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be cutting out the vast majority of it. Alright. Is that all of them? Are they all dead? This feels like it'd be a nice choke point for them to get me. Like I'm tiny hallway, throw a couple grenades, I'd be in trouble. And this door is not cooperating. Ah! Son of a bitch! Freaking bastard.
Oh, I hope we find a use for that before it spoils.
Wait a minute, they don't see me. Give one sneak shot.
What?
Wait a minute, he didn't see me. Hey, I'm peeking around the corner. You see this? I didn't know I could do that. Does it work all the time? Have I not noticed?
Must be too tired.
Yeah, you're too tired. Uh-oh, uh-oh,
You picked the wrong day to piss me off!
You sure did. You got him good, Sarah. This is gonna be... Yeah. Can I shoot through here?
There you are.
Yeah, I can.
Never liked him anyway.
This might be a good spot to take him out. There's two down over here. You see him? I can't get him. Alright, let's keep moving. Run! We're sitting ducks. How do you reckon I get over there? Oh, over here. Okay, this is interesting. I like the level design. I'm digging the vibe. Oh, I see you, pal. I see yous. Oh, perfect. Just go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yes. There's more. Yeah, I'm peeking over the... No, I'm not. I'm not peeking over nothing. Alright, that's the boss man right there. He's hiding. Oh! Oh, my aching parts! You can't hide. What is this ducking for cover stuff? Let's get in there. After saving, of course. He wouldn't expect me to come from this way, right? Nope. Oh, no! Reload! Try that again. You throw a grenade. I'll throw a grenade. Says taking a beating. Oh, I hit him with the grenade. Kablooey. And I still didn't reload. Because you can't run and reload. You can't hide from me, you got a quest marker. Throw another grenade. Heal. Is he dead? He's not dead. It's time for this bad boy. Didn't even aim down my sights. Alright, I'll check everything on the way out. I think let's just loop back around. Yeah, it did. Alright, we cleared this place out of vermin. Oh, there's one more. There's one more. Elite. It's only level 14 though. Maybe I'll find some legendaries, man. Oh, there's the intercom. Alright, so we got a science project.
Hello? Oh, took care of the spacers, huh? Oh, good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, Thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Alright, I dig it. So, the next room, this must be it right here. Alright. 2 quest markers again. I have a laser cutter, right? It's inside. Ah! Gravity! Yeah, I already have one. I don't need... There's an elevator. Let's go get it. I love that you don't have to equip it if you have your scanner on. I must have put my cutter away, man. It's a good thing there's a cutter over here, man. I don't need no cutter. I got a cutter. And that hammer, apparently. Son of a bitch. Here we go. Alright. Sample collected. Send it to the grinder. Make some medicines. Okay, here we are. Deposit. Oh, it's in here. Okay, I got the stuff. Contact Cambridge. You know, I could still change the thing in there. All right, it's time for one of my favorite things to do. Time to loot. 2,000 credits, not bad. Yeah, that weapon wasn't anything special. Oh, a safe. This helmet makes it so that I spend less oxygen while running. That could be cool, but I just don't like how the helmet looks. I found a helmet with some really good stats. High corrosion too. Nice. I'm finding some decent loot. I found a dead miner with some contraband. Interesting. I really like this suit. Why can't I take this suit? I'd wear it. Oh, I got a contact dude from here. And I'm over here looting.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room, if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
Alright, cool. I didn't notice a key. Oh, maybe it was a... Sarah, there's no time for tomfoolery. Alright, so a quick way up after I'm done looting. Nice. Ever since Skyrim, Bethesda's been really good about like creating like a quick exit out of dungeons and stuff. Oh man, I just found another shotgun. Lacerate Coachman. Exterminator, 30% damage against aliens. Lacerate randomly applies a bleed effect. Don't mind if I do. I'm guessing there's no extended mag for the Coachman, just because the loading mechanism would be weird. And I have a feeling it's packed such a punch that having more than 2 shots at a time would be overpowered. I found a door that requires a key. Huh, strange. Well, I guess that's everything. Let's take this elevator. I thought this was gonna go down into the mines or something, but I guess not. Deep mines exit. I hate it when it does that. Tell me to go back the way I came. Oh, Cydonia. Hey, would you guys be upset if I did mission board stuff and maybe some planet scanning on my own time? Because those tend to take a lot of... Well, not the missions, but scanning planets takes a lot of time. Alright, I have 2 options here. I could return the data to Cambridge, or I could hack the computer. Kind of want to do both. Probably won't let me, though. Alright, boyo.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient.
Yeah.
This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that?
Persuade option, hopefully. On one hand, I'd be helping the common man, all these miners, but I'd be benefiting the Trade Authority. But if I were to change the records, I'd be screwing over the Trade Authority, but then the people will suffer. You don't want me to ask for money?
You can try if you feel confident, but I didn't want to push our luck. Besides, if that drug gets big, I think everyone benefits.
Yeah.
So, you think you can sell him on it?
Well, my persuasion is just mediocre, but hopefully if I fail that, I get the option to hack the computer. Why, I could sell ice to a cold guy. Okay, it's not my forte. I can give it a whirl, sure. No, I'm gonna go with this option.
Well, just try your best. Emphasize how much money there is to be made with that formula.
All right.
Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output.
Oh, that could be cool.
Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Do I have to make it? Probably not. All right, Sarah, let's try it your way. I am going to take drugs for this. Okay, let's give it a shot. I'm not gonna save scum.
Was there something else?
Okay, yeah, I have a business proposal for you, a lucrative one.
I'm never one to turn away an opportunity. But I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed.
A chem made from aqueous hematite. I call it pick-me-up. Turn aqueous hematite into liquid credits with my patented new phenomena. Alright, let's try to be a showman about it.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this new drug of yours do?
It makes your pee-pee huge! Makes your miners more efficient. I've got the data here to prove it. This slate shows it's a cure for human weakness. Better workers today. Now I'm going with this one.
An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers. Or so I've heard.
I cleared them out. I already cleared them out. It won't cost you credit to get started. What if I told you I cleared those mines for a price of nothing? All those spacers are very, very dead. You're welcome. I'll go with this option.
Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials. The licensing fees alone.
You greedy bastard.
And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened, thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
I want you to clear Percival's debt. My credits, mounds of them. Actually, I need a little time. Why can't I say I want you to clear Percival's debt and 10% of the profits or something? Okay, we're gonna clear his debt.
Dr. Walker's dead? That's it? Consider it wiped.
Well, it seems we have a deal then.
Give me a persuasion option.
And here, a finder's fee from the authority. A perfectly reasonable amount for a discovery with this sort of potential.
At least 5,000?
Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Captain.
Aw, I like being called Captain.
If you do find Dr. Walker, please tell him I'm looking forward to never seeing his face again.
You got it, man. I hope you're happy, Sarah.
We got lots of stuff. Just ask.
Time is money, love. So if you've got something to say, then say it.
No, just looking at the lockers. Alright. Alright, back down we go. Alright, we're gonna get chummy with the Red Devils. Dust Devils, whatever they're called. I love quick load times. I already looked at everything. I haven't talked to everyone, though. She looks interesting.
Yeah?
Alright. I took care of Percival's debt to the Trade Authority.
Did you now? Fine work.
One of my finest.
My end of the bargain then, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
He's holed up in the old Red Devils HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there, but it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs. Yeah, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Oh, that explains that door. And he gave me some money. He didn't have to, but he did. Yeah, all these veterans on the... Oh, there's dog tags I didn't notice. UC military dog tag, yeah. Yeah, around military towns, a lot of restaurants and bars. You'll see like pictures of military personnel, people that frequent their establishment. Alright, cool. I guess we're going back to the mine then. I'm pretty excited about that. But we killed all the spacers, so probably don't have anything else to kill down there. Well, it let me fast travel back here, so that's cool. And we're taking the elevator back down, so direct route. Very convenient. Now I just have to remember how to get back to that tunnel. I think it was down this way. Look how fast we travel, man. This is great. Yep, here was the door. Okay, we got a lot of loose things. Oh, Sarah? She must have jumped down. Doesn't look like there's much to loot around here, so just running through. Yeah, a lot of this stuff. Loose stuff. Oh, this is the mine proper. So this is the deep mine.
Well, this explains why the miners ceased drilling.
There's Zachary's
Someone
hematite.
must have missed this natural cavern on the geological survey. Shame.
Yeah, shame. Yeah, pretty peaceful jaunt through the mines. Did I miss a passage or something? Oh no. Just gotta clamber over some rocks. That makes me think of Fallout. I want to replay Fallout 3. When I played it, I didn't really do it justice. I kind of just blew through it. And you know I'm not gonna bypass this expert lock, right? Yeah, these locks aren't even a challenge to me anymore. It's because I'm so smart. And there's nothing in here with the damn. Oh, money's always good. More hematite. I like the ambiance in here. This is cool. Pretty big complex, man. Oh, this is really cool.
Massive structure in this cavern must have been quite a feat. I suppose it was a bit like building a ship in a bottle.
Yeah, for sure. How'd they get all this stuff down here? Alright, I know I could jump across, but, you know, I don't want the developers and the level designers and the asset creators, you know, I don't want them to feel taken for granted, so I'm gonna appreciate the work they did. This is so cool. And come on, you guys want to see this stuff, right? It's not a lot of action, but this is so interesting. I wish you could, like, choose your direction that the boost pack would work. Oh, a little level here. Stairs that go all the way down, too. Maybe this is the way we're supposed to go. No? They always told me to go that way. This feels like a good place for secrets and things, you know. Or maybe it's just a shortcut. Yeah, it appears to be a shortcut. I think I found our dude.
So you must be the one who got me out of the red with the trade authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debt.
Yeah, he's got the eyes too. Pretty cool. Dr. Walker got a tissue sample. You know how long it took me to find you? Take this damn sample. We're not like that. Alright, I'm here to make a delivery for an old colleague of yours, Hadrian Senon.
Adrian sent you. Did she look okay?
No, she was a little wounded. She's alive but was injured trying to collect this delivery. If you consider being gored by a terramorph, nah, we'll go with this first one.
Sounds like Adrian. Watch that woman lose a digit trying to get a better tissue sample.
What? You can reattach a finger, Percy.
So what exactly did she have you bring me?
Terramorph cells from a world too young to have one. Tal Gourmet's own free-range, 100% human-fed terramorph cells. We'll go with this one.
Adrian said that, huh?
Yep.
If she made you come all the way for this. Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
This is such an interesting mission, man. I'm having so much fun. Red Devil's HQ. Pretty cool symbol here.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests.
Can't help myself.
And Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research,
But I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
Yeah. Oh.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right. Just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait. Where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian.
Londinian?
I'll need to get this all on a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me?
No.
Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
So Hadrian wasn't mistaken? That sample's a concern?
She was disconcertingly correct. Trying little habit of Adrian's. Which is why, if you wanted to have your film crew jump out and yell surprise, I wouldn't be saddened in the least.
Well, the sample's not a fake. I collected it from the Terramorph myself.
Can't just humor an old man, huh?
Nope, sorry.
This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian.
I did. Hadrian mentioned it. Sounds like the tragedy.
It was. An entire city wiped off the map. The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either.
Oh, no.
I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any Terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-Terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
No way, no way.
It would be the end of us as a species.
Yeah.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
I was mistaken. I thought it was Tal Ceti. No, the planet Londinian is where I must have orbited when the UC Marines turned me away. But you said the Londinian attack was massive, right? Why is one odd Terramorph so scary?
Because until now, the Terramorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy, but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, we don't have enough information to know precisely what this means, but I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here.
Well, get your boots on, man. We're gonna stop any more attacks before they start.
Music to my ears.
Hell yeah.
Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
All right, let's go after I search your place. The doctor's following me as I go through his stuff. They got barrels of what looks like eels and seaweed. But there are no oceans on Mars. Where's all this coming from? I'm coming across secure access doors too. I'm wondering if I could open them if I find a computer. Empty weapon racks. A computer terminal with some tissues and some lotion. Not suspect at all. I like it that for once they're following me and I'm not following them. And what's this? I found a magazine. Ship energy weapons permanently deal 5% more damage. Hell yeah. Alright, that's it. Found a magazine. So I'm happy. That's cool. Alright, Doc, let's get out of here. Oh wow, this is a big landing pad here. So this is the main entrance, huh? Cool. Ship's taking off and out in the distance. I like the doctor's spacesuit. That looks pretty cool. I should spend whatever perk it is to where you regenerate health passively when you're not in combat. Because I would feel like I'm wasting a med pack if I used one now.
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hatchling yourself anymore, Major.
How long has it been?
Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say.
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Still haven't talked to all these people yet either.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd. You can see it in their eyes.
Lou gave me
don't
the
belong
abridged
here.
version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
Nah, it was fun. A little more gunfire than I usually like on my delivery jobs, but nothing I couldn't manage. Too much trouble is exactly how I described the experience I just had. Yeah, we'll go with this one.
That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow?
Oh, wow.
Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Well, that's reasonable. Okay, so what is the cabinet?
The cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The president, top military brass, scientific and diplomatic division heads. Any major decision the UC makes goes through them. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind.
Okay, so what's this Armistice Archives, and what's it have to do with the Freestar Collective and House Varun?
Well, when the Colony War came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the Armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations. The UC, Freestar, and House Varun. They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all 3 factions.
Oh, wow.
And as to what our research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that.
Well, if all you need is someone to charm some higher-ups, I'm your guy.
Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers.
I figured that much.
We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the Armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Wow. Well, I actually know who you are, and your past, well, that's none of my concern.
Oh. Well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Well, I still think it's in their best interest to just give you the information without making you jump through hoops, but okay. Yeah, why wouldn't they agree to help us?
I mean, I hope they will, given the evidence we've acquired. But getting the Freestar Collective and House Varun on our side, that won't be easy.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's gonna be up to us to get them on board.
So just telling them that if they didn't help us, that monsters would come and eat their babies, that wouldn't convince them? And why should I trust you with this data? No, come on, that's stupid, Boda. Come on. Okay, let's go talk to the cabinet.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Hey.
What?
Yeah?
What are you saying hey for?
Bye for now.
Hadrian? Oh. I wonder if Hadrian will become a follower. It just feels like it. Okay, let's see if any of these guys are potential followers. Can't even target them.
A lot of folks would have stuck their necks out first.
Hey, look. I didn't realize you were actually gonna help Percival. You're alright.
Hey, no hard feelings, man. Enjoy your ham sandwich.
I'm just gonna wait until that drug's in production. And I'm telling everyone Percival and I saved Mars.
Good for you, man.
Oh, and you, of course.
Oh, I don't care. Patron. Oh, okay. Well, alright guys, I'm gonna end the video there. I don't know how I feel about this look. I kinda like it. Makes him feel like he's like a crew member in like a NASCAR racing pit or whatever you call it. But thank you for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this episode. The Vanguard is turning out to be really, really awesome. Well, thank you for your support. I love you, and I'll see you in the next episode.